Hey everyone, and welcome back to Maya Conscious Living. Today I will be talking about a specific yoga principle that is part of the yamas and the niyamas. And for those who don't know, those are like the yoga 10 commandments, for example. They're the guiding principles that yogis live by. But before we get into that, for anyone who is new here, I am Gabrielle and I'm the founder of Maya Conscious Living, where I share tips and tricks about bringing more mindfulness into your life so that you can live a truly authentic and fulfilling life. I'm a yoga teacher, mindfulness coach, and meditation teacher. So if those things interest you, be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you can follow along with all the content. So let's dive in. Today we're talking about Ahimsa, which means nonviolence. And when we first look at this, we might think that nonviolence is, physical violence that we see in life on the news, or, unfortunately, people see it in their personal lives as well. But when we talk about Ahimsa from a yoga point of view, the idea is that violence can take different forms. And Iyengar said violence is a state of mind. And with that in mind, I want to take a look at it from the perspective of being violent with ourselves and how we can stop being violent with ourselves. So we're violent with ourselves in so many different ways. It can be our self-talk. We can be putting ourselves down with self-criticism or over-perfectionism, never feeling that we're enough. All of these negative thought patterns that we bring to our life, they fall under this category of ahimsa. So with that in mind, I'd like you to reflect on what are the areas in your life, or how are you being violent towards yourself? Is it a thought pattern that you have coming over and over again in your mind that, you're not good enough, or that you're unlovable, anything like that, any thoughts that are negative and about yourself, just start to bring your awareness to these thoughts and then allow yourself to really sit with them and dive into these thoughts and understand where they came from. And sometimes all it takes is sitting with it in silence, allowing things to come up naturally. Could be in a meditation, just sitting, bringing this thought to your mind, and then asking yourself, where did this come from? And then, things might come to your mind, or it might take some more time. But when you give your brain a question, it naturally wants to answer. That's how our mind is hardwired. So if you ask yourself, where are these negative thought patterns coming from? You will eventually get an answer. It could take time. It might come to you while you're showering, while you're driving, but just be open to what comes and allow yourself to understand the core of that thought pattern. And then sometimes the awareness alone will allow you to just to release this thought pattern, or at least create space that every time this thought pattern comes up, you recognize that you're thinking it, and then you remember where it came from and you allow yourself to release it quicker and not allow yourself to be ruled by this thought pattern. So that's the first thing that I want you to do. And the next thing is, where can you be kinder to yourself in your life? So it's not just about not being violent towards yourself, but also, where can you find a little bit more ease with yourself? Is there something that you've been really hard on yourself about and it's unfair to yourself to be hard on yourself about this thing? So really reflecting. You might be putting too much pressure on yourself, or you're holding yourself to an impossibly high standard to reach, and then you're getting down on yourself because you're not reaching that. So just bringing your awareness to these different types of patterns in your life so that you can be kinder to yourself and allow yourself to live with more ease and more joy. Because let's be honest, if we behaved this way towards other people in our lives, they probably wouldn't stay in our lives. So allowing yourself to treat yourself the same way that you would treat your family or friends. And if you feel like you are overly critical of your family and friends, then that's something to consider as well and to dive into. We won't talk about that too much in this video because I really wanted this to be a self-reflective video about how to cultivate more self-love, because that's what we're talking about when we're saying non-violence. The opposite is, how do we love ourselves more? And if we're being violent and putting ourselves down with our thoughts or actions towards ourselves, we're not loving ourselves. And in order to live a life that is full of joy and authenticity and presence and fulfillment, we have to love ourselves. So I hope this quick video on Ahimsa was helpful for you, and know that even if you don't practice the physical practice of yoga, you can use these philosophies and ideals in your life to bring more mindfulness and presence and just to overall live a happier, healthier life. Yeah, so I hope that helped. If it did, I'd love to hear about it, or if you have more thoughts or this brought up anything that you didn't realize about yourself before, I would love to hear about it in the comments, or you can message me directly on one of our other social channels. And if you want to bring more mindfulness into your everyday life, consider joining the Maya Muse community. It's totally free. It's a community for people who are looking to cultivate mindfulness in their daily lives, and we do weekly reflections on different topics. So I pick a topic for each week. I write what that means to me in that current moment, and I give some reflection prompts. It's like an open circle to write what you want in the community, or you can just use it as journal prompts and do it privately. And as well, we have live mindfulness workshops every month that are completely for free. So if you are interested in joining that, you can check out the link below. And if you just want to keep it easy, you can always subscribe to the channel, and I am posting lots of content about mindfulness and meditation and hopefully yoga soon. So I'm hoping to record some yoga practices to get online as well. So I hope to see you around the channel. Thanks for tuning in today, and I hope you have a great day.